Hello. We have previously learned two 绝句, both 五言, by Du Fu. Both are titled just 绝句. Today we will look at a 七言绝句 by him. And coincidentally, its title is, again, just 绝句. Of course, that doesn't mean Du Fu only wrote 绝句 with no real titles. Anyway, while Du Fu is most famed for his writings of the deep pain and sufferings of himself, of the ordinary people, and of the whole nation when the Tang Dynasty was going through wars and chaos, he occasionally also wrote excellent, brighter poems that are light-hearted and cheerful. This poem was written when he was living in Chengdu, in the province of Sichuan, 1 year after a major devastating nationwide war ended. 绝句，唐·杜甫。两个黄鹂鸣翠柳，一行白鹭上青天。窗含西岭千秋雪，门泊东吴万里船。两 is two, and 黄鹂 is oriole, a kind of bird with yellow, 黄 color on its body, and famous for its beautiful singing like chirping. So 两个黄鹂 means two oriole birds. 鸣 is birds chirping, and 翠 is green, and 柳 is willow tree. Together, this line means two oriole birds are chirping in a willow tree. The next line, 行 is row. 白鹭 is another kind of bird. It's a white, large, beautiful, and gorgeous egret. 上 is going up, and 青 is blue, and 天 is sky. So this line is saying a row of white egrets are flying up into the blue sky. This is what oriole and egret look like. 黄鹂, the small yellow singing bird, and the 白鹭, the large white one. We mentioned before that the ancient Chinese poetry has amazing effect on the reader's mind simply by choosing very few characters. Here, by carefully picking a few colors, yellow, green, white, and blue, and descriptions of two different types of birds, 黄鹂 and 白鹭, singing and flying, the mood becomes unmistakably delightful. It was probably spring or early summer, very lively and buzzing. The next two lines are more composed. 窗 is window. 含 means to hold something in your mouth. So 窗含 is a personification, telling us the window is like holding something in its mouth, basically saying something is contained in the window, or you can see this something in the window. What is it then? It's 西岭千秋雪. 西 is west. 岭 is mountain. 千 is 1,000. 秋 is autumn. 千秋 is 1,000 autumns, actually just means 1,000 years. And 雪 is snow. So this line means you could see the scene of 1,000 years of snow on the west mountain framed in the window. Here, 千秋doesn't actually mean 1,000 years, but a very common way of exaggeration to say many, many years. The last line brings our sight from far away to nearby. 门前. 门 is door. 泊 is docking. 东 is east. And 东吴 is an area in southeast China. 船 is ship. And 万里 literally means 10,000 miles. But just like the 千秋in the previous line, it is not meant to be an accurate number, and in fact only refers to very long distance. So this line is saying that on the poet's doorstep, which is a river, there are docked ships from the East Wu area, coming from thousands of miles away. We can see, throughout this poem, there are no particularly magnificent and breathtaking sights shown here. Everything seems quite ordinary. But somehow Du Fu captured some of these ordinary scenes and through careful arrangements and clever wordings, brought out the merry spirits of the nature and of himself, and assembled all of these ingredients into something jolly, broad, and incredibly rich. If we look at the four lines carefully, we can see each of the four lines is indeed a real vivid picture. Yellow orioles singing in the green tree, row of white egrets flying against the background of the blue sky, snow-capped mountain seen through the window, and ships docked outside his home. There are colors, there are scenes from near and far, there are dynamics, both moving objects and silent stillness. What is special about these scenes are that they complement each other and form great harmonies between them. How rich and real is the information held within such short 28 characters? The more we read this poem, and the closer we look at every single word, the more details we can visualize. Such is the exceptional skill of Du Fu. Unlike Li Bai, who wrote at will on topics and mostly focused on free expression of himself, Du Fu took extreme care on every single character he put down and made sure that the best and most suitable one was being used. And the effect is that the poem looks spotless and perfect, perfect in the sense of pure perfection. And this is absolutely extraordinary. That's all for today. See you next week.